Hi, when you create a dialogue for educational purposes or for training your employees, you need to keep dialogue realistic. You remember that you're dealing with AI voices, computer voices, and every flow, every artificial sound will reveal that these voices are not. So it's important to keep dialogue realistic when real people speaking. But when you're dealing with AI voices, that is rule number one. So how to avoid main mistakes, top mistakes? If you go to Cucurella Dialogues AI app, here you can choose AI assistant. This is a fast track. This is option shortcut which you can use. But after that, I will show you a list of all mistakes. So if you go to assistant, here you can enter your request, what type of dialogue you want to create, how many people should participate in that conversation, what topic that should be discussed, who is it for, age, complexity, and this AI will create that dialogue for you. You can choose from these prompts. You see that there are many different prompts for educators, for content creators. So you just choose any prompt, modify it if you want, and this AI will help you to write dialogue which uses all necessary rules which would make your dialogue sound realistic. But now let's go through mistakes. What mistakes our users usually make when they create dialogues? All the formal language. So bad example is, I shall now proceed to demonstrate the methodologies for accessing your electronic mail account. It's better if you say it like this. Okay, let me show you how to log into your email account. It's pretty straightforward. So you see the difference. This one is quite artificial. This one is more realistic. So avoid formal language when possible, but don't be too informal. It's very important to maintain balance. And by the way, when you ask this AI to write dialogue, specify the audience and also specify how you want this dialogue sound. Should it be balanced between formal and informal, or should it be more formal? If you create something for a bank industry, then yeah, you probably need to be more formal than when you speak to students. Mistake number two, unnatural flow and pacing. So when we speak, we use, it's usually not perfectly structured. When someone says like words like sentences like this, first click settings, then select notifications, then check the box, then click save, and so on. You know, it's structured prompt. It's not how humans speak. How would humans say same thing? Probably like this. First, let's go to settings. Once you're there, look for notifications. And you see it makes pauses. It interrupts. See that checkbox? Go ahead and check it. Great. So confirmation, not robotic order or overstructured system, but something which reminds human conversation. Mistake number three, kind of similar to number one, conversational elements. You can see the bad example, but let's look at a good one. Let's look at the financial report together. You'll notice it has three main sections. First is revenue. That's all the money coming in. Following that, we have expenses, which tracks what we spend. And finally, this is an important part, we have profit. Compare that with this example. The financial report has three sections. The first section shows revenue, the second section shows expenses, the third section shows profit. Boring. Nobody, after you listen second sentence, you're probably already sleeping. Again, if you do it with this AI assistant, you're in good hands. It will never happen. Mistake number four. robotic question answer patterns. So someone asks question and then replies immediately. Question, response. Again, it's not like you talking to a human in their natural flow. It's too formal. It's better if you say something like this. You might be wondering what exactly a spreadsheet is. Think of it as a digital version of a paper table or ledger. So you use example. Creating one is easy. Just click the plus button here. They're super helpful for organizing all kinds of data, which is why we use them so much in our daily work. So you see the difference. This is a line which appeals to a human. It talks to a real person. This one could be said by a real person, but too dry, too rigid and formalized. And last one, mistake number 5, lack of context or real world connections. So when you create conversation, try to reflect real case scenarios connected with real world, and try to explain complex terminology or complex systems by providing some analogies with something more simple, like in this case. If you're talking to an IT specialist or programmer, this could be a good example. HTTPS is a protocol for secure data transmission using encryption algorithms and digital certificates. Probably a programmer will understand it. As for a non-programmer, not so sure. What would be the better way to say it? You say something informally. You know how you use a key to lock your house? Everybody knows it. And then you clarify, HTTPS works kind of like that for websites. It's real world example. So you explain your audience what HTTP protocol is. And you clarify, when you see that little padlock icon in your browser, it means the website is using HTTPS to keep your information safe, just like a lock keeps your house secure. Well, so those are 5 major mistakes which our users encounter when they start creating dialogues themselves. As you can see, they all boil down to being too formal and not connected with real world, too abstract. So when you create dialogues, please keep the right balance between formal and informal language. When you can say something with simple words, use simple words. Don't use abstract language or too complex words. If you want to listen how it sounds, just create a dialogue with Cucurella in Dialogues AI. Create voiceover, listen, and judge yourself. Decide whether it's good or probably not so good for your audience. And if you want to reduce complexity for yourself when you create dialogues, you can use this AI assistant. Just type in your request. I want conversation about this and that, and it should be between 2 or 3 people, and make a good balance between formal and informal language, because our audience is students, or our audience are employees of our company or bank professionals. Say that, and that will be enough for our AI system to craft dialogue which will be human, and this way you can easily avoid all mistakes. You don't need to worry about making any mistake and running into blockers, writer's blocks or whatever. Okay, yeah, give it a try. Please be creative, and if you need help, reach out. Have a great day. Bye.